So this is my first plan with me, so you can see how I put together my witchy themed bullet journal for the month. So this is for February. Let me know if you find this format interesting, because my approach is a lot of collage. So if you prefer just the flip throughs where I'm talking about what I've already done, let me know and I'll do that for next month instead. But I thought it would be interesting to share this process video as well. So right at the beginning I just carefully tore out the monthly calendar from a planner I already have. I'll put a link below to it. It's lovely, and it's a colouring book planner, so you can colour stuff in if you like as well. And this is for my calendar page. So I already had the planner. I decided I didn't want to use it for planning because there wasn't enough space for me, just personal preference. But I didn't want it to go to waste, so hence why I'm cutting out the actual calendar and sticking it into my bullet journal. So the bullet journal that I use is actually a Mossery sketchbook, because I like to have freedom to add watercolour to my pages, and maybe do some art spreads or painting as well. So my bullet journal is pretty much a catch-all. It's sort of a planner crossed with a diary, crossed with an art journal, crossed with a sticking things down that look pretty book. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm just sticking down stuff that I like to decorate the calendar. My approach is very maximalist, as you will see, and I'm using a range of printables that my friend Caroline at Freya Fennick created. So that's this one I'm sticking down here, and the beautiful goddess printable as well, plus some journaling papers from Prima, and then vintage book illustrations as well. So yeah, this is this part, and I've sped this up as well because originally this took quite a long time, and I like this arty approach to my bullet journaling. I find I'm more likely to use it when it looks pretty, so that's why I put so much effort into creating these pages. that's my calendar page more or less done. What I'm doing now is just adding back on the days of the week, because you can see I covered them up from the original one, and these are again using Caroline's lovely printables. And I've just, you'll see I've used double-sided tape for most of this, and that's because two reasons. One, a lot of my printables I print out onto watercolour paper. It's nice and textured, so it really brings out the colours of the printables, but also I like the option of being able to paint or draw over stuff if I want to as well. And so it's thicker than normal paper, so double-sided tape is stronger to adhere to the page. But also I don't really like getting sticky fingers, especially if I'm putting together like a big collage like this, and I hate using tape runners, so I'll use double-sided tape that I cut down, and I have short fingernails, so that's why I use my compass to peel up the tape. and then yeah, I don't get like gross gluey fingers. And I'm just attaching this tab to the page, which I'm going to write Feb on, so I can really easily flick back to this page throughout the month as well. And now I am going to be working on my Hello February page. So I start off the month with my calendar, and in a couple of days I'll be adding in all my events and sort of scheduling onto that. And then this is a kind of almanac notes page, so I've got the 2019 almanac that goes through sort of country specific nature things for the month. It's been really interesting reading it. I got the idea from Jessica Starr. I'll put a link to her channel in the description as well. She does awesome witchy bullet journal stuff, and she's very inspirational to me. She also has a really lovely voice, so definitely worth giving her videos a watch. And here, yeah, I'm just putting together a spread where I can add in my notes about that. So I've got this journaling project life card with important dates. So for example, the 1st of Feb is in bulk, so I'll put that on there. It's also Chinese New Year, Valentine's Day, and so I can put them on there. And what I'm going to do off camera is just sort of fill this page in with all my notes for the month of February. I'm probably not going to put my goals on this page, because as you'll see later in the video, I do actually make a new moon spread, and I normally decide my monthly goals on the new moon. I'll do a card reading and sort of contemplate on what I want to do for the month, because it's normally quite near the beginning of the month, the new moon, so that ties in nicely as well. And so this is just quite a lot of fun cutting and sticking. I already read in my almanac that February there are a lot of violets, so I really wanted to use that violet illustration, and I just couldn't work out where to put it. Also blue tits will start mating a lot, so that's why there's that gorgeous little blue tit illustration there. And I finally find a place for my violet. And so this page, you can see just a snippet there, I'm going to be using for an in bulk spread, but I'm actually doing a painting at the moment that's not finished, so once it is I'll scan it in and print it out and pop it in there and write some notes on the festival. And this is for my new moon spread. So this is from the lovely moon diary that I've been using to sort of learn more about working with lunar cycles. And I just loved that illustration for the new moon, so I'm popping that in my journal. And also just, you know, setting up some space for notes about my card reading. And I actually have a dedicated journal for card reading notes, so this is more going to be just a summary and my goals for February. and this is my first weekly spread, and it goes a little bit pear-shaped. I did this watercolour beforehand and left it to dry, and it actually turned out a lot darker than I was intending, and I don't really like how dark it makes the page. And also, for some reason, I decided I would mark out my boxes for the days of the week just with pen and not with pencil first. I don't know, I did my last week's ones with just a pen first and it all turned out fine, so I think I was just feeling a bit cocky and thought I don't need no pencil lines. Turns out I did need pencil lines because I completely mucked up all my measurements, because this is a sketchbook, it's not a grid or a dot paper at all, so I tend to do 4 centimeters, a centimeter gap, 4 centimeters, a centimeter gap, but I just mucked this up. I think as well because there really isn't a lot of white space on the page, it just made it harder. But yeah, anyway, you will see how I sort of work to rectify that. I'm not madly perfectionist, as you can probably tell. My journal is quite a maximalist arty approach, so it's not too much of a problem. It was a little bit frustrating, but it's only for 1 week as well, so you know, I'll have to stare at this page for 7 days and then I can move on, which is the great thing about bullet journaling as well. Nothing is set in stone. But yeah, so I'm just drawing out my boxes. So what I tend to do is split the days of the week. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the first page, Thursday through Sunday on the second, and then I create a couple of boxes around the outside for you know, stuff I want to get done that week that doesn't necessarily have to be on a day, so I've just got that list and I can refer and sort of assign things out to each day, and split into kind of you know, work stuff, house stuff, ideas, notes, that sort of thing. And I do have an ideas spread in this journal, so what I'll do is, if I haven't sort of acted on any of those ideas already, at the end of each week I'll just kind of migrate them over to that spreads page, so I can keep a track of everything there. I wanted to lighten this up a bit, so I've just taken these post-it notes and I'm going to cover up some of that watercolour, because it's on camera it doesn't look so dark, but in real life it was really deep purple, and it just made the page look really too dark and gloomy looking, so I'm just trying to lighten everything up with some of these paler coloured post-its. And I actually do really like how this spread ends up. It is a bit OTT even for me, but now I know not to use those colour watercolours for setting up a weekly spread. And here I'm just sort of auditioning different ephemera pieces to see how I want this to look. One of the points of making my bullet journal so arty as well is because I have loads and loads of stickers, so it's a way to use up those stickers as well. So this is a really cute sticker I got in New York, that one from Paris. So these are stickers from all over the world whenever I've been traveling, or stickers that people have sent to me. So these stickers were sent to me by my friend V, and yeah, here I am just having fun sticking stuff down. It's quite cathartic, just you know, not having to think too hard. I'm not making like a proper piece of artwork here. I'm just playing around with my epic collection of stickers and kind of creatively problem solving the dark watercolor page. And now I'm adding on some stickers. These are by Fun Nerd, and they're really cool translucent stickers as well. So I'm just sort of placing them randomly, just to add a bit of decoration. And then my favourite part of my weekly spreads is using my really cute bunny stamps that were sent from Japan from a friend, and I absolutely love stamping these all over the page because I think they're just so super cute. And I don't do any other stamping ever. It's literally just this one set of acrylic bunnies, and yeah, I just really enjoy using them in my journal. I think they look really cute. Now, for some reason I thought I was gonna write at the top of each box, and then I changed it to the side, and then I changed it back, so it's sort of a little wonky here because we've got Monday through Wednesday on the side and the rest of the week on the top, but it's fine, it's done. And I'm all set up for February now, so this is again my calendar page. I really love how this turned out actually. I think it's very pretty, can't wait to fill it in. Off screen I did some watercolouring over my Hello Feb page, and again that in bulk spread which isn't finished. My new moon goal setting page, and then the crazy weekly spread. So thank you very much for watching. Any questions, ask in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!